My name is Brandon, and today I'm going to be showcasing my project on Summative, in which I will explain the projects I have done so far and future projects I have in mind. So, for my first project of this year, I started with a 3D print. I did something I did in my tech CAD class over almost 3 years ago now. So, wow, it's it's hard to believe that I've been in this class almost 4 years. But anyways, I did this project because we got new 3D printers. So I was like, why don't I try it out? Why don't I try this project out? And because since I had already done this, but I couldn't use the same pieces, so I thought, why don't I start from scratch? So I got to designing. So as you can see, I did some sketches on over here. I almost do what I usually do. I do my sketches. I sketch some different pieces and I try to visualize and seeing how they would fit together, what colors they would be, how big, and then you got to the modeling part. This is where I tested if they were able to fit together without any interferences, which is like the one thing I like about Inventor because it lets you see so many objects come together and see if there's like any interferences or if they're like poking out or they're going into each other, and then you can see make edits from there. Then after modeling and seeing if they were able to fit together, I did my drawing in which I had to. These are 2 pages: the title and the exploded assembly. Um, After that, I converted my parts into STL files to put them into 3D printer, which I have never used before, but I found out it was an easy process. In which, here comes the fun part. We used the bamboo lab, and the program's very easy. I learned it right off the bat. I just sometimes tend to forget, but once I look at it and see how I did it before, I'm like, oh, that's how I do it. So, like, the bamboo program is very fun. It's very easy to use, and the 3D printers are so much faster. And you can use different colors and materials. Look at this picture. There's like a sparkly one, there's a blue one, and there's like a carbon fiber. And there's like so many different other materials you can use. And it makes it look awesome. And honestly, I kind of like these 3D printers more. And I've never 3D printed before, so Um, I guess it's cool that we got these new 3D printers because they're amazing. They're so much faster, and there's so many different colors you can use, and like so many different materials. And I guess it got me into 3D printing more because I only laser cut it last year, so I'll see how this year goes. So for my next project, I actually had this project in mind last year, but I pushed it off. As you can see by the date here, it's from way last year. And the reason I decided to do it this year is because I thought, I know how to use a 3D printer. Why don't I do this project? And so I just finalized the dimensions and I learned about the 3D printer constraints just so I don't go over. And I used MakerCase, which is an amazing website because I love it and it's so cool because it lets me edit all of like the height, the width, and the depth, and it lets me see what the finger sizes of these would be. And then I got to modeling. As you can see, I did this. I shot at this. I did not know how this would go, so it took a lot of problem solving, dimension editing, and a lot of parts disappearing from this. But it took it turned out pretty well. Then the top part. The top part for me, it's kind of like speaker kind of. The top part would come off, and all of the walls would come together, and then I would add um a candle in the middle with like a battery. And I'm thinking of 3D printing all of this. And this is where I am so far. Mm, what else? And I guess that's it. Oh, also, for future projects, I am thinking of doing a 3D printed speaker. I have so many ideas with the 3D printer now. Ever since I learned how to use it, and my friends know how to use it now. I guess we all just it just brought new ideas to life. I'm thinking of doing a 3D printed speaker while also using Maker Case as helping me, because God, I love Maker Case. It's so fun, and I guess that's really all the future projects I have. I do have some stuff I have to do for one of my teachers, and I'm thinking of doing like also 3D printed keychain, and also doing different other kinds of stuff for 3D printing. But I guess that's until its own time, and seeing what new ideas would flourish from this, because I feel like my projects are not great so far. Even though most of them are 3D printing, I'm trying to see what projects would go with laser cutting and 3D printing, and then see if we can combine those two together. But I kind of have some ideas, but I'm trying to finalize and edit, because sometimes while I'm brainstorming, I come into problems. So I'm like, okay, I need to change this, or we don't need that. But overall, I feel like this year might be pretty good with projects.